One of India's most illustrious prime ministers, Dr. Manmohan Singh, the maker of postmodern India, who passed away yesterday, was known worldwide for many accomplishments. But besides being a master of economics and effectively managing a country that is difficult to manage, Dr. Singh was also an excellent orator who enthralled even the opposition parties and the public with his political quips and responses. He always left those who put up questions in bad faith feeling like fools. Here are 6 of his most illustrious political quips and responses even to questions asked in bad faith. Number 1, when attacked by opposition in parliament.
एक शेर पूछ करके मैं आपसे जवाब पूछना चाहती हूँ। तू इधर उधर की ना बात कर, ये बता कि काफिला क्यों लूटा। तू इधर उधर की ना बात कर, ये बता कि काफिला क्यों लूटा। हमें रहगनों से गिरा नहीं, तेरी रहबरी का ख्याल है। तेरी रहबरी
माना कि तेरी दीद के काबिल नहीं हूँ मैं। माना कि तेरी दीद के काबिल नहीं हूँ मैं, तू मेरा शौक तो देख, मेरा इंतजार देख।
Number 2, when accused of being a weak prime minister.
BJP and Mr. Modi's charge against you is that you have been a weak prime minister. So do you think your party has a role to play in that projection of this view?
Well, I do not believe that I have been a weak prime minister. That is for the historians to judge, and the BJP and its associates may say whatever they like. But if by strong prime minister you mean that you preside over the mass massacre of innocent citizens in the streets of Ahmedabad, that is the measure of strength. I do not believe that sort of strength this country needs, least of all.
Number 3, when asked about reservation for SCs, STs and minorities.
The quality that the quality of the students that India can produce, do you think because of reservation can get reduced? Your comment.
Well, I don't think. I think we have to recognize that our scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and even some part of the minority population have suffered from persistent discrimination over the centuries, and therefore we have an obligation to deal with these historic inequities, and therefore we have to walk on both legs. Affirmative action plus commitment to excellence.
Number 4, on his own legacy.
How do you see your legacy because of the failure of you to act in a
Well, I honestly believe that history will be kinder to me than the contemporary media.
Number 5, on Modi becoming Prime Minister.
That without discussing the merits of Mr. Narendra Modi, I sincerely believe that it would be disastrous for the country to have Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister.
Number 6, on the disastrous demonetization by the Modi government which devastated Indian economy.
In all these measures convinced me that the way the scheme has been implemented, it's a monumental management failure, and in fact it is a case of organized loot and legalized plunder of the government.
Besides his oratory, his accomplishments in government and global respect has been stupendous. Among his numerous accomplishments, here are some of the most important ones. He was one of the foremost economists in the world, holding both earned and honorary doctorates. He was the author of volumes on economics which are standard reading in prime economics institutions worldwide. After being RBI governor, as finance minister in the P.V. Narasimha government, he not only protected India from the global economic meltdown in 2008-2009, but was also singularly responsible for opening the economy and bringing India to the economic status it has today despite its ongoing ruin by the Modi government. As Prime Minister, His government brought 270 million on India's people out of poverty in 2005 through various socio-economic mechanisms. As PM, his government legislated the Right to Information Act to ensure transparency in governance, which the Modi government has been obfuscating. In 2005, he also authored India's landmark nuclear deal with the US in 2005, which gave a further impetus to the program and also netted other benefits for the country. Thereafter, he protected the interest of the tribals by bringing in the Forests Act in 2006. For long, India's tribals were being deprived of their historic rights to forests and forest produce. He ensured their exploitation would not continue. Later, he instituted the Aadhaar scheme in 2009, which has now become an almost all-purpose document. He then followed it up by the Right to Education Act in 2009. This act ensured everybody in the country, irrespective of caste, religion and creed, ensured that the subaltern could demand education from the government. This act is enormously responsible for declining illiteracy in India, with millions of more rural folk getting educated each year. He went even further. In 2013 enacted the Food Security Act, which put food on the table for millions of people in the country. No matter the belittling of Dr. Singh by a totally incompetent BJP government, his achievements overshadow everything put together that the Modi government fruitlessly has tried to accomplish for its own ends and for the interests of its business cronies and ideologically aligned organizations. The nation be damned. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have not already done so, kindly subscribe to this channel for fearless, cutting-edge news reports and analysis from the best in the field. Thank you once again.